Hey Capricorn, thanks so much for checking out your past life reading, your soul story. So, guys, I have created this spread, and this is as a thank you to all of those who have subscribed and supported my channel, reaching 2,000 subscribers. Absolutely amazing, guys, and I send you all much love and gratitude. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, South Node, and anybody else that may be guided here. I will timestamp when the reading begins, guys. So bear with me as I lay out the cards. The first card is going to be the soul essence in the past lifetime. Now I've asked to connect with a lifetime that is going to bring you the greatest understanding and messages and healing in this lifetime. So we want to see in card 2 the past life power to embrace, and also what to let go of. So looking at the light and shadow aspects of this card here. Then we're going to go to the soul lesson of the past lifetime that's being brought forward here for my beautiful Capricorns. And then we're going to look at the life purpose in this lifetime for you guys. Okay. And then we're going to look at what was the experience that affected you the most in this. Oh yeah, I'm using these cards for that. What is the experience that affected you most in this past lifetime? What is the experience that benefited you, helped you the most in this past lifetime? Then we're going to look at what was the lesson you learned from both of these energies here. Okay, and now we're going to look at your soul's essence in this lifetime. We're going to look at the soul lesson in this lifetime. And then we're going to look at the soul part. Okay, they said not that one, so we'll do another shuffle. The soul lesson for Capricorn in this lifetime, this one. And then we're going to look at the life purpose energies in this lifetime, guys. Okay, so thank you all for bearing with me. And we're going to now get the final card, which is the wisdom and message from your higher self, your message from heaven relative to the lessons and experience in the past life brought forward and in this lifetime now. Okay, guys, so wonderful. So I'm going to mark the start of the reading at, say, 4 minutes. Okay, Capricorn, so I paused the video and moved the camera so everything is on the screen for you guys. So the first card representing your soul essence in this past lifetime. So we have the Page of Raphael here, the Page of Cups. So this results in the fact that you came into this lifetime to have new emotional experiences. Sorry guys, my door just opened all on its own. And it seems like you are very in tune with your angels, and you may have very well been connected to healing energies, crystals, energy healing. It just feels like your energy was very healing, loving and caring type. So this lifetime embracing all new emotional a new emotional situation that you hadn't experienced in any other lifetime, and this came to you quite young, okay? So you were very gentle, loving, dreamy and open-hearted, and it does say a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. So I feel like you were extremely psychic from a very young age, very empathic, and very connected to source, connected to your spiritual team here. So that's very, very beautiful. So let's see what the past life power is to embrace. So this is the Hierophant, guys, and this represents divine guidance. So even though you lacked experience in your intuitive, in your psychic abilities here, there was an energy where you needed to embrace the divine guidance that you were receiving, and maybe because you were so young, you didn't fully understand all of the energies and insights and foresight that you had. And as an empath, it's really, really difficult to discern your emotions from other people's emotions. And as a young person, being very empathic, this can bring you into situations and dynamics where there was emotional abuse on your beliefs. So this is a time here where the church was the authority and spirituality and the divine in terms of what we know those energies to be now, in conformity of religion and being having a soul and a spirit, and the similarities and the differences between the belief systems of a church, of a religion, and of what is true and what you know to be true in yourself, okay? So you had the ability here to counsel others, and you were a very wise old soul, and you'd had lived other lifetimes, but this lifetime was about you experiencing the depths of your power at a very, very young age. And at that time, this wasn't accepted by the rules and uh, constraints of conformity within our society that was structured at the time, and those who had power within those structures. So, the search for meaning in life, consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. So, in this lifetime, in the past lifetime, the thing that you might have had to let go of was a teacher or somebody who in power who abused their authority, abused their position. So you were deeply conflicted in this lifetime because you were extremely psychic and in tune, but you had a belief system that on the surface didn't necessarily explain what you were feeling on the inside. So that's very interesting. So you need to let go of the idea that your gifts or your intuitive feminine nature is somehow corrupt or is somehow wrong to have, because there's a lot of self-doubt there. And even though you're this really gentle, loving, open-hearted person, I do feel like that you wanted to be much freer than you were allowed to be. So in this lifetime, We know that we cannot be persecuted, at least by like an organization that will cost your life, or it's more mainstream to be empathic, to be psychic, to be a medium, to be an intuitive. It's very much accepted in a I mean, I'm just thinking from an open-minded perspective. Everything has its own place and relative space in a belief system, but we all have experienced a life like this where we have been persecuted for our spiritual gifts or our abilities. But I do feel like that you did embrace your knowledge and wisdom, and you found a purpose here, but that purpose involved becoming a priest or somebody in the community that everybody kind of looked to for guidance and wisdom. So you need to embrace your divine guidance here, and the fact that you do have the ability to teach and to be a leader and to be open hearted and free to express what you believe inside of yourself to be true without the fear of breaking rules or non-conformity. So you're challenged here by your religious and spiritual beliefs, but they do mirror each other in a lot of ways. But there are things that within both of them that are conflicting. So in this lifetime, you might, or in the past lifetime, you might not have been able to align with the right teacher. So you became this yourself. And in this lifetime, you will align with teachers and wise people, counselors, old souls that will help you understand your emotions much better, and to learn discernment also in what your emotions are, and being an empath and how to use that ability, and as well trusting in your intuition and your God instincts here. So you have the ability to be a spiritual leader, to be a teacher, to be a counselor, a mentor, and you learned this from a very young age in a significant lifetime where your abilities were tested through the constraints of society. So what was the lesson? Worry. So yes, this, as I said, this did make you conflicted. This did make you worry. You weren't sure why you had these abilities, why you could do the things that you could do, why you could see the things you could see. And purple is extremely psychic. It's a color of the psychic energy that I believe to be true. So it did worry because these things cost people their lives in past life energies. So there was a lot to worry about, a lot to fear. And you did feel that energy, and you felt that you couldn't be the open hearted, free spirit that you wanted to be. But you did find a way to teach in your own way and to guide people in your own way. So you need to release the worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So it's about following what you innately believe despite what other people around you say. And know that when you're following your guidance, when you're following your intuition, that you are not on the wrong path. So the serenity prayer is very important as well. And you might have found when you were young, when you were a child, that you've done a lot of worrying about things. You might have been quite connected to your emotions and on able to properly express them. And again, because you were so confused, because of all of the emotional energy and vibration that you're picking up from other people. So you have to learn to release the worry of trusting in your divine guidance, being the leader that you are, and using your wisdom and experience, using your voice to follow your heart and to be the light and guide for other people. So the life purpose was Usher. So yes, so this talks about doing anything that is connected to books, writing, research, publishing. So I do feel like that you came like a person of influence here, and you are a teacher, and you gained this beautiful knowledge, because you worked in the area of healing with Archangel Raphael here, and like I did pick up that from the start, the energy healing, emotional healing, counseling. So here is where you share your knowledge and wisdom to the world and to the generations that come after you by putting it on into black and white here. So you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So that's very beautiful, guys, and you might even be drawn into like you definitely have the ability here to be a very powerful influencer and teacher, and this is through you using your throat chakra by speaking. But then it comes a time where you pick up the pen or you get out your laptop and you start typing, and you put everything that you have. So and these words, it's like automatic writing. That's what you're channeling here. So the divine guidance, the hermit or the hierophant, he definitely is a channeler, just the same as the high priestess. So you may have channeled a lot of information here that was publicized and helped teach generations that came after you. That is very, very beautiful. So let's look at what experience affected you the most in this past lifetime. Heart chakra. So yes, so I did feel like that you couldn't like as I said, you couldn't be the free spirit that you wanted to be. You couldn't be as open hearted as you wanted to be. You were learning new things here, so it's about spiritual love as well, and the connection to the divine, and your soul inside of you, and self-love as well. So loving who you are even though you didn't understand it at the time, and that made you very fearful of just being in your own skin because you didn't understand the emotions. So doing heart chakra healing here, wearing the color green, opening the energies of giving and receiving. So you may have lived a life of where you didn't marry or have children. You were just a spiritual leader, or you were a priest, but you had your own edge on the spiritual side of things as well. So I do feel like that you definitely you had a big focus on the spiritual, but you may not have focused enough on the physical world, and or like you may have just focused on your journey, and that didn't involve marriage and children in that lifetime, but you lacked then the joy of having that love in your life. So you experienced a life where you were kind of a little bit, even though you began a big open heart, you didn't experience the full joy of receiving love like you get from a child or a love partner. So that's interesting. So, what was the thing that helped you the most? Authority. So, we have the Emperor and we have the Divine Guidance, which is the Hierophant. So, 4 and 5. So, it's very interesting, guys, that the authority and the leadership qualities, the discipline, the willpower, the ability to problem solve and think logically, um, standing in your masculine energy and not being afraid, having sheer courage and strength and determination. So, all of the positive qualities of the Emperor, which is the authority here, was what really helped you. So even though you began kind of really dreamy and gentle and loving, you have to kind of harden yourself a bit. And that makes sense for an empath because you need to learn discernment. So I feel like you created a healthy medium here and stabilize your energy in your leadership role because you understood the authority and structures and constraints of society, but you also had your own way of ebbing and flowing around them that stays in alignment with the law, with the belief of the time, but you had your own little edge on it. So that's very, very interesting that I'm picking up that because maybe you were a pioneer in the spiritual path, and it required you to be fully in alignment with your masculine energy because you have such strong feminine energy with the empathic energy. So I do feel like that you did find a way to balance this energy, and you can find a way here to balance your emotional life, your spiritual world and your physical world as well, that you can ground yourself into Mother Earth, tend to your priorities and obligations and earthly issues, but also staying connected to your divine source, to your higher self, and aligning with your life purpose and mission here. There could also, there could have also been a male energy that did come in as a spiritual guide, as a spiritual teacher, or just somebody who had authority, had power, and they believed in your gifts, and they came to you for your insights, and their protection helped you as well. So that's interesting, very interesting, guys. So what have you learned from the, and these are both fours. So that represents the foundation, the stability, harmony and balance. And this is the physical because you can't get much more in the physical than in the Aries Emperor energy. And then the feminine in the heart chakra energy. So Mars, so you have Venus and Aries here, Mars and Venus energy. So your ability to be compassionate and understanding, and also to be firm in your own right and to be disciplined. So prosperity begins. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So what you're learning from what affected you the most, which was not being able to express fully your heart and what was inside in it, and society created you to cause you to close off to a certain extent, that here is where you built the foundations of your life, in terms of planting the seeds. So you know you have the leadership qualities, you know you have the discipline, the drive, you know what it has to take, you know you have what it takes to step up and to be the authority in your own life here. So seeds that you have planted in past lives are actually flourishing in this lifetime still, because I feel that you can find yourself in a great position of strength and influence, but with great power comes great responsibility. So that's why you always stay true to who you are, stay in your integrity, and always come from a place of love, compassion, and understanding. So the Ace of Pentacles here, and grounding yourself into Mother Earth. So you've learned that hard work, energy, and effort, and what you put in, what you reap, you will sow. And you learned this, that setting a solid foundation is very important for your soul and your life path and your mission. So you started to build the confidence and the belief that you needed in yourself as well. And you also set roots in terms of your spiritual gifts, your ability to teach and guide, but your ability to be firm and strong and assertive and disciplined. So it really is the perfect type of leader that is both demanding and expects the best from you because they know you're best, but they do it with love. So I feel like you have roots here that are definitely expanding through many lifetimes, and you need to release the worry about what you put in you will get. So you will get your rewards for your efforts, and you have learned that. And it does take some sacrifice, it does take some bending, and ebbing and flowing with the rules and structures, but aligning with your integrity and knowing what's right from wrong, what really keeps you stabilized and grounded here. So maybe there is something here in your outer energy where, again, I said to you earlier, there's an energy where there's a book that's in a past life, and if he didn't get to publish it or write it in that lifetime, but I do feel he did, there is a new extension, there is a new seed that is coming from that energy into this lifetime. So let's look at the soul essence in this lifetime. Strength. So this makes complete sense to me. Now, this is the Justice card, okay? Because the Justice card is usually number 11, but in this deck, they change the Justice card energy to number 8 and the Strength card energy to number 11. So if you abuse your power or position in some way and you fear asserting yourself in this lifetime, because that's what happens. Sometimes we fear our own power and our own abilities in innate abilities to lead and to be powerful in a loving but assertive way. If you fear your own power, if you fear being a leader and taking control, that stems from abuse of that energy in a past life. So that's where you need to work on your compassion and understanding and empathic energy that you've been given from the very first lifetime, or for the very first lifetime that you were coming into this beautiful empathic energy. So strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence and forgiveness. So you might be an energy where this tells you that you have a lot more courage and strength than you could ever have imagined, that you are a limitless being. You are a divine light being with unlimited power and potential. And this is what benefited you in the past lifetime. So tapping into that energy, knowing that you are strong, knowing that you have the courage to face any fears, worries, doubts, any conditioning from your parents, from society, from religion, from school, doesn't matter. You have the ability to walk your own path and to make the decisions that are in your own highest good. But you're also learning to not be so hard on yourself by exercising the energy of understanding and kindness, and the strength to be open to not only giving that love and understanding but also receiving it from other people. So this is you mastering your shadow side, cultivating your inner demons and growing stronger from your experiences. So even though have been tested here in terms of you've seen the negatives and the shadow aspects and the light aspects of spirituality, of religion and society and conformity and rules and restrictions. You've seen the light and shadow aspects of them, but now it's about balancing those energies inside of you, aligning with your integrity, aligning with the courage and the strength and the seeds that you have sown in this past lifetime to ground you, stabilize you, and have the confidence to move forward in your own life without fear of failure, without fear of not being accepted or not achieving enough. You are enough. So what is the soul lesson here? Failure. What did I just say? Know that failure, there's nothing. So I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. There is no such thing as a failure. So maybe in a past lifetime you didn't get your position and authority and power right, exactly right. Maybe you lost connection to your heart chakra, but you still gave a lot, you still taught a lot, but a lot of it stemmed from your own worries of your own innate abilities, and you try to mask that energy, I feel, by being extremely masculine. But don't allow the thought of not being enough or not succeeding or not getting what you want ever stop you from trying, because God helps those who helps themselves. And if you have not, if something didn't work out the way you wanted to work out, look at the experience as a lesson and incorporate that wisdom, because you have to embrace the wisdom that you are learning through your soul growth and evolution, through your connections with the people in your life and your experiences. So you are not a failure, nor can you ever fail trying, okay? You just look at it, you review it, and if you don't feel that that's right for you, you move along. Don't beat yourself up. And don't be so hard on yourself, guys. So I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So what is your life purpose energies here? Heart's desire now. So the angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. So I'm actually going to get the book and we're going to read this message. Because it's funny that you're coming in as the page of Raphael, where you don't allow the world to change who you are at a soul level, and you don't allow it to harden you so much that you cut yourself off from your emotions. Okay, guys, so I've grabbed the book here, and the message reads, what does your heart desire? This is the question that the angels ask of you. You're an important juncture in your life when it's time to make decisions. Okay, you're in an important juncture in your life when it's time to make decisions about what you want. No one, not even God and the angels, can make them for you. Spend time alone in quiet contemplation and consider your heart's desires, as many options are open to you now. The great news is that once you've clearly pinpointed your deepest desires and know that you deserve them, the doors of opportunity all easily open up for you. You'll dance in partnership with your intuition, first listening to the inner voice and next taking action upon that guidance. Although your path may involve some work and tendency, it will be smooth and peaceful. You, like everyone, deserve to be happy. This is God's will for us all. Your happiness uplifts the entire world and radiates healing energy wherever you go. So that's absolutely beautiful, guys. So you have the potential to do what your heart desires, and know that all of the energies that you have learned, all of the lessons, letting go worry, letting go fear, letting go control, and embracing self-discipline, self-control, and all of the beautiful energies of the Emperor, you will be able to step into your power in a loving way and to start asserting yourself to follow your heart. So now the last card speaks to a message from your higher self, wisdom from heaven, talking to heaven card, and this is the message relaying to the connection between this past lifetime and this lifetime and what your higher self most needs you to know. So we have been together in dreams. So this is your higher self letting you know that when you go into dreamland, that you not only connect with your higher self, you connect with your angels, your guides, your ancestors, your passed on loved ones, okay? So it's important because you are extremely intuitive and very psychic, and your dreams are very telling to you, okay? So it's important to get proper rest and sleep and make sure that you're protecting your energies before you go to sleep at night, okay? Imagining a white light around you, calling in Archangel Michael and that prayer, the archangels at four corners of your bed. So protect your energies before you go into dreamland, and know that your soul does travel at that time throughout time and space and connects with your higher self, and they are guiding you. So your heart's desire, through your feelings, through your intuition, and as your dreams become a reality. So some of you are dreaming things that are about to manifest into your life as very much a reality, because you do have this amazing foresight ability here. So You can also keep a dream journal. If you already keep a dream journal, you might want to review and look at some of the signs and synchronicities, some of the numbers that are coming through. Um, and you can also set an intention to remember your dreams and the messages that were within them, that will be for your highest good to remember. And the more you practice that, the more you will connect and be able to bring that energy from your subconscious into your conscious mind. So very beautiful energies, guys, Capricorn. And I hope this reading helps you in some way. And thank you for taking the time for watching, guys. Take care.